Welcome back! Hello everyone. Good evening. Hi. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, hello. Check this out. God is here. God. Yeah. Okay. Music please. Let's go with this one. Hello, hello. Hey, let's say the most important things first. How about it? Thank you very much, Vinhikaze, for the raid. That's damn right. So, everyone that was for some magical reason not coming over from my beautiful girlfriend's stream, you should go and check her out. But, you know, not in the weird way, okay? You should give her a follow. There. You should see at the top of your chat right now a little thing where you can click a heart and then you give her your heart. Okay, that's weird. No, you give her a follow. That's how this works. It would be pretty cool if you do so. She was just streaming a couple hours of Monster Hunter World. Her stream is mostly in German though. Different than this stream, you know? Like, I am mostly German, but I speak in this other language, you know? Anyways, hey, fancy seeing you all here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. It's Tuesday, innit? It's Tuesday, September 10th. And, well, this stream started at 10 p.m. Okay? German or English, drunken Brits. I've heard. So I've heard. Yeah. No, actually, I was lurking the whole time. I was lurking. I see. I was, indirectly witnessing. That's right. That's right. Kept an eye on it, you know? Because, you know, apparently I'm a mod there, so I gotta be around, right? That's how it goes when you're a mod, I think. And eating a snack. Well, I needed that. We had like, what? It was not dinner, it was lunch. We had like lunch at like 3 p.m. or something. And well, it's 10 p.m. And I was working out pretty hard, alright? I had a very good workout, quickly took a shower, then had the snack. Yup, so I could be here on time. Well, on time, you know. As on time as 10 p.m. is. I had a thought of like making something else to eat, but that would have taken even longer, and she would have been even more jealous of the smell of the food, you know? Spoke English to you? Nice. Now imagine if I speak German for someone. Oh. You know, we gotta turn the tables. Alright. So, the playlist we're listening to, by the way, these are Genshin Impact songs, but that one song that was sounding very heavy is from Zenless Zone Zero. I don't know how it snuck in there, because I made the playlist myself and I didn't edit. I think there was like this weird fancy feature of a certain music player. Yeah. But yeah, I figured we should return to Genshin tonight, because if you were watching Vinhikaze, then you've seen like a couple hours of Monster Hunter already, and I don't want to overfeed you on Monster Hunter, you know? And I was meaning to get back to Genshin, and this sounds like the perfect opportunity, because I really want to see what's going on in Netland. And I still have Fontaine to play through, because I'm slow. Not actually slow, I just don't have enough time. But you know, if you don't have enough time, what do? That's right, you play multiple live service games so you don't catch up in anything ever. That's how it works. Yep. New update tonight as well in Star Rail. Haven't done that yet, still haven't finished the patch from like a month ago. I can tell you though, surprise, surprise. I'm actually gonna stream more Star Rail, but because I picked up a bounty for it. Yeah, picked up a bounty. So it's like a sponsored thing, so you can, you know, download the game if you haven't already and try it. And even if you're not intending to play the game, like, you know, to actually play the game, you could totally just download it, to support me, check it out quick and then uninstall it again. Just saying, don't tell anyone. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna open Genshin already because I want to make sure it's fully updated. Like, you think this is bright, but imagine me. It's been 4 years, Genshin. Where's the dark mode? They just want to differentiate themselves, you know? I get it. Well, it seems pretty updated. I think I've got it all. Yeah, I've got it all. Wow, okay, cool. Oil launcher doing its job. Sweet. Should I have another whiskey? Sure, why not? Why not? Join me in game playing. Okay, so wait. Stream elements not now. Not yet. Bot timer message. Not yet. We're not there yet. Although. I mean, why not? Actually. I think you can already, like, do it and it counts for me. You know what? I'm gonna leave the message turned on. That's fine. I was not planning on doing that tonight, though. But yeah, if any one of you hasn't tried Honkai Star Rail yet, use my link right there in the chat and help me out. Really hard without dark mode, so my eyes are breaking when I watch it at night. Yeah, it's tricky. Like, you always gotta change your phone's like brightness settings. Or like in this case on a PC, for example. If any of you have like a PC and you're struggling with like eye strain when you look at it for many hours and it's like bright or something, make sure you brighten up the area around the screen, you know? That's very important. Like, for example, I've got two like Elgato key lights, but they are actually not super necessary. Well, they're necessary for streaming, but for just your average use to like have a good time on it on your PC or whatever, I'm using Philips Hue. I think they're called Play. Philips Hue Play. Those are like two little lamps I attach to the back of my TV screen, and they sync to the light in the game, which is pretty cool. And I just realized the lamp back there. Come on. Why are you not changing? What's going on? The button's not moving at all. Impressive. Why is this different? So many questions. Why is this so loud? Huh? I don't get it, but it's not important. Was it because of that? Okay. Let's see. Light sync. Okay, apparently it's correctly working. Let's just believe that. Right. I wish Maggie and Amber couldn't meet. They'd be so cute friends. I bet. Probably better friends than some of these dogs Emma was meeting earlier today when I was walking her, because, you know, quick rant, okay? So, we live in an area where there's lots of tourists very often. And I'm fully of the opinion you should always have your dog on a leash when you're outside. Like, when you're walking your dog, have your dog on a leash. I just think it's the safest option for everyone. But many tourists believe, they're like, well, you know, there's such a nice beach area. The dog should enjoy freedom. Yeah, but then your dog should also be like well trained. I get it, some people are like perfectly trained dog, right? And they don't run away, they don't get scared by things. I guess, but even then I'm like, I wouldn't want to do that, you know? You never know when there's some random thing scaring a dog, suddenly it runs off, suddenly a car hits it and everybody's upset. Things can be prevented, you know? Like you can prevent forest fires. And yeah, like earlier today there was just a conglomeration of dogs. It was quite some work because they were like all very, very bad behaved. Ember is actually surprisingly well behaved, even though I didn't really train her. You know, not big time, but yeah. All right. In Belgium, it's illegal to have your dog loose unless the area they are in specifically states they can be off leash. Probably same here, actually, I think. I'm not sure. But, you know, it's not like people listen, right? You can snap your fingers once and your German Shepherd comes to your side immediately. But they're also like very, very well-listened dogs, right? Like they're very good listening to commands. 13 watt T5, give a nice dim light behind the TV at night. What's the T5? Well, that sounds good. Like for example with my lights here, it's nice. My only issue is I'm streaming. And therefore, apparently having the camera being well lit is very important for a good camera picture. Yeah, I'll show how it looks. Like I already put this camera's ISO setting very high, which is not good. But this is what it looks like if I don't have my Elgato key lights turned on. So this is just with the backlit of my TV screen. Because I'm very pale, I reflect all the light. That's why I'm blue now. So this is for me technically like, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty sweet, you know? But for streaming, it is not that ideal. So I gotta make do with that. Yeah. Would be perfect for horror. You're right. You're right. Isn't October like the horror month? Oh. I mean, usually I'm not very big on horror games, but I'm warming up to the idea. I think earlier in Vin's stream you were talking about horror stuff as well, right? I'm intrigued by horror movies, but they have to be good. And they so hardly ever get good, you know? There's not many good ones. But when they're good, I like it. And I guess the same goes for video games. Because the word horror is such a big umbrella of things, right? It's the same as say, I don't know. You could say like, you know, Genshin Impact is a fantasy game. And people are like, well, Lord of the Rings is fantasy. I don't know. Berserk is also fantasy. But all of these things are very different. I guess that's why those little boxes exist that we put tags on. As in horror games, I recommend Cry of Fear. If I get around to doing horror games, I'll probably make a poll on the Discord. Or more to say, like I grab ideas on the Discord and then make a poll out of it. And actually, yes, Cheesy, yes. Vin should play Doki Doki, that would be cool. Yeah. Often I just use cheap jump scares as horror. Yeah, or slashers, for example. Where all they do is just like, oh my god, there's so much blood and people are getting stabbed. That's just action with less guns. Usually. Last of Us wasn't enough to scare me, but that was good. That was nice. There was this, like, in Last of Us very often there was a good feeling of fear. And I think that makes, in my opinion at least, nicer horror. Together so you can read with her. Could be a thing. Could be fun. This Fontaine music's good. Yeah. Hey, I'm excited. Alright, I know I'm drifting like through topics here big time right now. But in December, Vin and I, we will go to the Genshin Impact concert in Berlin. Very excited. You can do movie reactions on Patreon. Like react to an actual movie? I'm not sure if that's permitted. I'm pretty sure that's not okay to do. I don't think so, but besides, you know, Patreon is crap. Let's be real. They've become pretty trashy over the years. Like mine has been deleted for a while. When I was a child, I was also scared of the ramps in Spyro. You know, horror is always depending on the genre, right? Have you heard of taxes? Like paying taxes? Oh, the horror! Checking your bank account? Ah! The definition of horror changes as you age. Opening the fridge and it's empty. Your internet is gone. No! Things like that. Adult warriors. Okay. I know, topic jump again, but I really quickly wanted to tell you, if you haven't already, please join us on Discord. You see the link right there in the chat. I had to remake a bunch of channels today, most of them, so you will find a lot of them being empty. So you gotta fill them up again. Alright? Jesus, Dow, that is hitting too close to home. Let's let's segue very elegantly into this one right here, because tonight PC, hello, tonight. Anytime now. Anytime, PC. Why isn't it loading? Hold on. Hey! Hey, I see something in the chat. I spy with my fancy eye. See, now it's loading. Hey! Foss, welcome back. Thank you very much for the 38 months. And by the way, Foss, thank you very much for coming by at Gamescom. For stopping by at the VR Rising booth. That was very cool. That was very cool. Is this a month of all these coming back? I mean, I fancy that very much. I'm very happy about that. I don't mind at all, you know? I don't mind. But I'd be excited if the game capture would be working. Genshin may require OBS to run as an admin. I am the admin. I started this everything as an admin. What are you talking about? Okay. Don't worry, we have our ways. Here we go. Display capture it is. I am the admin. We're always coming back. It's pretty good. Hey, as I said, as long as you're watching the stream, I'll be streaming. As long as people keep returning and watching, I will keep streaming. Sometimes we will have some dry faces, Yes, that's gonna suck a little for me, but I'm confident it always comes back around somehow. Somehow.
Solidify.
Okay. Right. Genshin Impact. Felt so bad after the meeting because it was so awkward. I don't know how to peep. Don't worry. I honestly, like, even though I've done, like, you know, meeting people, being in public, even like being on stages and stuff so many times by now, right? It still feels very like inside I'm still feeling like awkward about it, and I'm like, you know, like losing my brain each time. Like when you're trying to shake someone's hand and you suddenly forget how to hand, and you're like, you know. I very much understand. Can we watch the clip collection of old you? I can play it later in the break or something. So is everything working right now with the Genshin, with the Impact? Let's see. Let me tab out. Okay. Let's see this. All right. That's working. That's good. Very nice. Cool. All right. Game's working. We can play some Genshin Impact again. Forgot how to shake hands when you met me at Gamescom. But I did too. That was all muscle memory that came through. Oh, and yeah, of course, hey. I'll also be at Polaris. Well, we will be at Polaris. Vin will be there as well, of course. Wouldn't want to go to a convention without her now. We will be there all days, although on Saturday we'll probably be there very short. Because... so, you know, Polaris, right? That's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be there Friday. On Saturday, because of this hotel I booked, I had like a coupon that I won from, I don't know what from, like, you know, like you buy food and they have this little thing on there and you can win stuff. And I won like a hotel voucher, and that hotel voucher also gets you a cruise on the river. I'm just gonna do some random stuff here to like quickly muscle memory. But yeah, so apparently on Saturday we're making a nice river cruise. And then after that is the Melanie Martinez concert.
We're way behind schedule.
So we'll see if like in between before that we can still get to the convention. But on Sunday we'll be there. So Friday and Sunday for sure. You want to go to Polaris this year if it's only one day? If you go only for one day, I would probably recommend Friday. Because on Sunday there will be lots of families. Like Polaris is getting bigger and bigger, which is, it's good for the convention. Certainly good for the convention, obviously. But yeah, more people. I think they're opening up the halls to get bigger as well, like the other halls they've got there.
Take my leave. Just following orders.
All hail.
But that's why, like on Saturday and Sunday, it's probably going to be much busier. So I recommend checking it out on Friday when there's hopefully a little less people.
I have no need.
And on Friday we'll be there too. We're gonna drive there on Friday, so we gotta get up early, but just like a 2-ish hour drive for us. Okay, I think I've warmed up enough in Genshin. I figured out how the game works again. Muscle memory is my hero, you know? Same as Monster Hunter. These hands, they play by themselves. Right. Should make like a stream marker or something. Nah, I can make it on YouTube later on. For anyone who's watching this in the future on YouTube, you know? Because surprisingly, YouTube algorithm was very nice to my Genshin videos. Yeah, that's cool. It's very cool. Right. So, hey, have you heard of this game called Genshin Impact? It's pretty cool. I completely snoozed on Fontaine and I'm just catching up now. There's the whole new expansion area out now called Natlan. Can I see that already, actually? It's this, isn't it? Back here, I think. So, yeah. Fontaine. I got a Fontaine around. Because I haven't caught up. But we can just blitz through the story and then go to Natlan, and all the exploration stuff I can just do off stream on my Rock Ally Axe. Sponsor me, Asus. Come on. Gotta say, it's pretty cool though. Like, so this thing, like, don't worry, like, it's not an ad or anything, but not a paid ad. But yeah, I'd be very delighted if they choose to support me. Oh, a quest to kindle ancient flames. Do I get a free character? Invite character. What? I just choose and I get it free? A free 5-star? What is this? What is this kind of... Hell yeah! Who do I pick? Well, I got... Actually, I don't have all of them. I don't have Kaching. And I don't have Dia. But Kaching is also... Rapi. But Dia looks great. This is Chi-Chi. He's got the same birthday as me. You know, they could have, if they wanted to, they could have totally like casted me as his voice actor if they want. Just saying. Maybe one day. As Genshin on controller? I prefer it on controller. But... like, I basically, you can see it like this way. If I can play a game on controller and it feels comfortable, I prefer that over mouse and keyboard these days. Star Rail, I prefer on mouse keyboard though. But this game, like, basically if you have like 3D movement, like this like proper 3D movement with jumping and stuff, I prefer that with a controller. But I feel like the game is chugging a little. What did I change? What did I do? Let's take off the volumetric fog. Because I know that one's a frame killer.
So, demonstration is not required. Good.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
The new director changes a lot. Genshin is a new director? I don't know. Well, it's good. It's nice if there's a free 5-star. But I've got 27 days to choose. That's good. Oh, there's another event. And there was this one, the reunion stuff. Trying to get those. 4 days left. Okay, yeah, I can get that. There was this reunion blessing to get some things. I guess I'm missing out on that. Okay. Dodo calls boombastic escapades. Boom boom Phoenix! That's what ChatGPT told me today. Traces of artistry. 5 days? Brilliant Dawn. There, claim it. Yes. Turbo Twirly. Test runs. Wait. How come there's only 4 test runs? This is empty. Why is this empty? Huh? Weird. Alright, sure, let's test run. Pretty weird, gotta say. Oh no, I don't even have a 4th character, like nothing's happening. How weird.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Man, Kazuha is so cool. Alright, his ult was like you jump up, right? Or was it Chow? Same thing.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
I am the frying pan! Into the panda!
As one with wind and cloud.
Moments before disaster. Other trial stage. This is quite the quality of life. Changing like on the go like that. Okay. Katrina. She's from Natlan. She's new. One with wind and cloud. Katrina's elemental skill will summon Turbo Twirly to fight alongside her. While Turbo Twirly is active, Katrina can freely mount or dismount by casting the skill again. The climbing speed will be enhanced while riding Turbo Twirly. Turbo Twirly lasts until Night Soul points are depleted. That sounds badass. When she doesn't have enough Night Soul points available, Katrina can expend Phlogiston to maintain Turbo Twirly. Katrina's elemental burst will generate a field that enhances Turbo Twirly. But how many times can you say Turbo Twirly in a row? To facilitate experience of characters, okay. Well, I guess I should Turbo Twirly, right? That is Turbo Twirly. Can Turbo Twirly jump? Yes. Oh. Oh. Come back to me, Turbo Twirly. You got a spear? I like how fast it is. And the little kicks. It's cute. So she's a bunny? Look at that tail. She's a little bunny. Turbo Twirly! Wait, where did it go? Oh, there. What? Okay, this is cool. You can dismount, attack, and then you're like Turbo Twirly back. Pretty nice. Okay, let's fight. What? Oh, this is a different kind of challenge. Turbo Twirly! Oh, it doesn't deplete as I'm climbing? Uh-oh. Oh. This way. Can I get Turbo Twirly power or something? Wait. Where are my opponents? There's stuff. They want me to be up there. I see it now. It's like there's a giant splash of paint they wanted me to chase. Turbo Twirly! Okay, this is pretty good. So those red things, they recharge it? Oh, the energy is at the bottom there. Okay, alright, I see it now. Hey, what's up, folks? Super Twirl!
Don't get frostbite. Here's backup. Rally.
What, Japan? I think she said Japan. Twirl, 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 twirl. That's right. Get turbo twirled. And we're driving. Right. So I collect this. That gave me Turbo Twirly charge? I don't know. Night Soul? I mean, who's Night Soul to begin with?
Don't get too close. Supporting fire. Advance. Press the advantage.
Japan! Turbo Twirly! The paw is full, alright. Collect this. This fills the bar at the bottom. And then I jump, 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 wake up! Turbo! And don't hurt me. I'm busy twirling.
Fire it up. I got you covered. Cool it. This one will be frozen. Charge.
How do you play this game without Zhongli? I get it, you twirl. That's how it, yeah, you twirl. That's right. Hey, Foss. Check this out. You can use my link to download Honkai Star Rail and support the channel. In the next days, I'll be doing like a little sponsored segment for Honkai Star Rail. But yeah, if you can, totally tell everyone you know, just download and check out the game and play it with that link right there. I think it's going to be active for a week or so. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Uh-oh. Gentlemen, don't hurt the twirl.
Check this out. Freeze. Oh, so soft. Press the advantage. Advance.
Alright, they're all dead. Good. They've gone twirled. Sweet. Okay, and Split Splash Wave Chaser. Let's go. Character description. Mualani's elemental skill allows her to move swiftly on her surfboard until her Night Soul points are depleted. During this time, colliding with enemies grant Mualani stacks and mark them. As dex she gains increases the damage of her Sharky's Bite performed by normal attacks, based on the number of stacks. After Sharky's Bite hits the target, she will launch missiles at the marked enemies. Phlogiston to maintain the state. Okay, so there's like Phlogiston and Night Soul. She's got a cool design. Look, she's got a little skin color on her and tan stripes. It looks like tanning stripes. Yep, that's totally tanning stripes. You can see it right there. The thing in the back. That's a cool idea. Wait, what? What's your weapon? Are you throwing bombs? Whoa! She's got a big fish. Big fish! Man, animation creep is real, huh?
Let's ride.
Oh, look at that! Wait, she can surf over water like that? Man! That's cool. That is really cool. Okay, let's fight some enemies. Let's find out what the rest does. Enemies. So they're like, hey, look, our new characters have a lot of movability. Hey, whoa! She just deleted them. So how do I actually know about my Phlogiston and Night Soul? This is cool. Hey! The damage! The absolute number! Her nuke is very good. Yeah. Oh, so once you're in the water, you can't summon the shark. Okay, so you have to do it before you enter the water. Alright. What are you doing here? Fishing? What do you think you are? Get splish sploot. Oh, I missed. Shit. So, I still don't understand how... What's it called? Dendro works, pretty much. Like the Dendro reactions, I don't get it. I don't understand. It'll take me some time. So you mark them? Sheesh. Oh, she's strong. Big strong. Wait, how do I get out of here? Dendro's super cool if you get a hang on it. Oh. Okay, that was a cool trial. That spices up Natlan very much. I'm basically like, I'm caught up story-wise, like, as for myself, I'm caught up story-wise. Just, I haven't been caught up in events going on, really. And what came with the game, like what gameplay updates there were. But I know what's going on with the story, and I think it's a bit more crucial. Well, let's do our story then, shall we? I have a feeling I want to be here. The swimming, that's very cool. How did I do this again? Eh? How do I do it? Did I need to collect something? Ah, well. Let's do the story. I can figure out how controls work another time. Game sure is always looking pretty. Oh, wait. Dialogue full. SFX, music. Let's make the music one more and this one more.
Huh. According to Malu's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Right, let's quickly catch up with the story. Find the entrance to the headquarters. Your investigations did not bear much fruit, but a new suspect has been hauled up for trial at the Opera House. You and Navia must split up and do your best to uncover the truth. Right, because we are trying to figure out how about the disappearing people. Wait, is it up there? Guess I climb. What? Miraculous Hydrograna? What? I collect 3 and then things happen? I'm a magician. Oh. I'm learning. Come on. Oh. What? Wait, did it not work? I missed one. That's why. No, I didn't. I did. I don't get it. What? I gotta slap them more. That's why. They want more violence. Okay. Very understandable. I don't get it. Wait, it was in the water. I was right there. Jesus. Okay. It is literally right there. Okay, now we're continuing. Finally. At long last. It was extremely right there. Cool.
Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base.
What was that?
It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all.
Did you see that? At the top right, there was like R2 for a moment, but I missed it. What's that about? They don't want it to stand out.
Ah, you're right.
There. Evidence. Oh, that. Right.
Right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
Meanwhile, inside the Opera Epicless.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of.
Sounds pretty good.
However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorent, right?
Oh, I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
Ember likes to lay very close to the wheels here.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man. Huh? What's going on?
Mr. Worldwide.
Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now.
I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway. So I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted.
Man, Villette's voice is so smooth.
Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Oh, that person is... Wait, I remember. Who was it? This one. Marcel is a criminal.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Told you. The criminal.
Huh? What Confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes.
Like
I
a
do.
phone. Want to charge him like a phone.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial.
After some time, a shocked and confused Marcel is brought to the stairs.
Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on.
Wait, the word attorney is a lawyer, right? Something like that, like a defendant. They always forget.
I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Because you know there's this game Ace Attorney? I was always thinking like, what's attorney?
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful.
You know, like they're having this big and drama for like charge, like court case. But I'm just thinking like this whole like place is so big, right? Even where they're standing right there. Somebody needs to clean it up sometimes, right? I'm sure there's dust. So much work.
Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
The little hair streak. Bow, bow.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières.
All right.
During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard.
Double tap, very good.
When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound.
Could have dodged.
The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life.
First come, first serve.
The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel.
Good.
Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries.
Ah.
These are the known facts about the case.
Okay.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene.
Cool trick.
Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Whoa. Identify loopholes? Sure. Callus did not carry a gun with him when he went out. Did he? Self-defense was there more to it. So clothing of an unknown person. Let's take the water.
Something's not right.
I can just take the wrong options until it's right. Everything's wrong. Okay, cool. Well.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered and instead shared everything with Callus,
Ace Attorney,
hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
Whoa.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Cool.
A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Hey, just turning to water and like disappearing like that seems pretty convenient for an assassin. Refutation.
Ah, so that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess
what
they
a great
shoot each other
theory.
after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home!
Who invited her?
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described...
The way she sometimes talks. Described.
Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
I thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case.
It was cheers.
My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave.
Let's see that emote. Oh.
At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right, but what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand.
Clarand. They pronounce it like an E instead of an I. Hey boss like Gavin, hello. When are you planning your next trip to Japan? Nothing's planned yet, but hoping that at some point next year can make a trip again. Gonna be the first time for my girlfriend to go there. Gonna be exciting.
I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending to die?
Yes, I did.
Man, so she was like fighting someone knowing that she would just slaughter them? Okay.
As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die.
She has impaled many knights, yes.
I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions. It appears there really are good grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, They planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
Yeah, we need to kill him.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
What? Does he believe in security cams?
Oof. Don't know what you can say to that.
I know that
Actually
even
said
with
oof.
that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson.
That's how we know he's the culprit, you know? Because he's talking like that.
Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
Did they?
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
No.
At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
That's a funny name.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
He's guilty because he's from Snezhnaya. A little while earlier at the entrance to the synth production base. Oh. Wait. What? The water's looking really good. Okay, stand right there. Right there. Like that. An underwater drug lab. Sounds like a good idea. I mean, what? Give me just a sec. I'll be right back. Because not a snack per se. Gotta drink something real quick. Just a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, because I don't have game capture, you can't do the game right now. I guess that works, alright. Enjoy this Be Right Back stream. I'll be right back.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
Alright, welcome back. That's the wrong screen. That's the right screen, okay. What's going on? You had ads 5 minutes ago? Oh, right. When I click Be Right Back and stuff like that, I play some ads. Like, I actually, like, initiate them myself then. Sorry about that. I mean, you know, if only there was a way, you know.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the
We
dew
know,
at
we
dawn,
know, we know.
or a bubble rising
She
through
says it
water.
again, okay, fine.
Transitory.
Ooh, that's a different icon. I haven't seen that before. Party? This is the door of resurrection. Has it always looked like that? No. That was different. Hello? Is this the rock place?
Solidify!
Access denied. Gotcha. Illusion shattered.
How come they're not fighting me?
This is order.
They're not fighting me.
Busted. Take it easy.
Why not?
Really?
But why weren't they fighting me? Anyways, what's that about?
Whoa! The floor is going up!
statue.
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Sure did. Sure did. Most perceptive of you, Paimon. Oh, this is looking cool.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way.
Well,
Let's take a
Paimon.
look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Allow me, Paimon, to show you how it's done. Apparently not like that. Can't hurt the wall. How do I attack? I need your power. Oh. I just release. Okay. Okay. There he is again. The weird man. Pretty mechanism. It's like just strudling to the top.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top.
Yeah.
But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Hello. Hello.
Gotcha.
Hello.
No touching. Here comes the catch. Now you shall perish.
Zapped. Oh, there's more. Good. Nice. The water's rising. That's pretty freaky with all those gears.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Yeah, pretty fancy sword I got for her, huh? I mean, polearm to begin with. Right? You like that? Yep. Like, I feel like overall in Genshin I haven't been as lucky as I have been in Staria. Well, I got some cool things. Okay. Why are you dark and bright?
Order guide you.
Shine down.
Born of ice and frost. For Rex Lapis.
Let's give him the old combo here.
Inazuma shines eternal.
See, the thing is, I know that this team setup, it's not ideal. But it works to me. And therefore it's fine. Because that is what it comes down to.
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here.
Wait. I should make my camera a little bit higher. Bum, 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 bum. Like that. If I'm not mistaken, he's being challenged by Navia as we speak.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia. What's all this? Aw, it's a bunch of really cute things. Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
There's a name too.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
In case you didn't know, we're looking for abducted girls that apparently dissolved into water. They probably belong to the victims.
Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here? And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. These names. That means... Oh, this is terrible.
What? I think this is good. They kept the stuff. They didn't throw it away. You discovered objects within containers labeled with the names of those who owned them within the depths of the HQ. The names here must have something to do with the victims in the serial disappearances case. This might be proof that this was their final stop. Oh my god!
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
It's probably related to his and Jack's case.
Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Was there anything else?
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Messed up. They planned this well in advance.
They're all just so evil.
Such is the way of evil people. Wait.
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water.
For a moment I thought, like, what if this water is just all the girls turn over there, you know? Turn into water and just paddle it around. That must be the water from the primordial sea.
That means this is where they make all the synth, and that special water is the main ingredient. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Where it's flowing upwards? I would like to learn about this primordial sea.
Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea.
There are so many.
Mixing in progress, ready to drink, stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa, there's even fruit-flavored synth?
Well, that definitely proves that this is where they produce synth.
Yep, it's super obvious.
Yup.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
What a sound. Calm down, Paimon.
Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary before. How can someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
The goal of the researcher is to save his lover, a woman called Vinier, who was dissolved.
So that's why he did all of these experiments. Like, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
There's another name here. Vache.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
No, he is the researcher.
You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments?
Yes, he signed off on a bunch of the experiment's reports. The voice I heard from the fountain was probably Vinier.
So that's it! Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water?
There must be more to this than meets the eye.
In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Paimon has a pen?
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But...
Who really is this Vache?
yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit.
Clever, but maybe not clever enough. Let's look again.
Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
Paimon! Paimon! Don't think they want me to find the same clues, do they? Not here, okay. Oh?
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
For sure. After some time.
Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Paimon, I found it.
Whoa, really? Let Paimon see.
I'm just so good.
Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet, too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
Take a look at this page. She made a list of baby names. I can't read that.
So many. A whole page's worth. But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was... Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vache and Vinier's grown son?
I figured it out. Let's go, Paimon.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
So, Marcel's the kid of the two and, trying to bring them back?
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache?
No.
So you do know that name?
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
Oh?
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
You say you've never heard of Vache? But Vache has heard of you.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Okay, I didn't connect those dots.
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover, Venier, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far.
Okay, now that I think about it, makes sense.
Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong? You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
That's right, Silva.
Determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
Seems like it.
Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Venier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow.
He's crazy.
But I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved, no matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
He's like, my point, chug it. Yeah, it can't be dissolved, but at least I can feel intoxicated.
Can't dissolve. Can't dissolve. Do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
Rude.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! I still need to save Venier. Her promise. We made a promise. Venier. Venier! Please, Venier, don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Oh.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
Neverland proceeds to review and compile all the
The
evidence.
man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result.
Well, that's pretty
Vacher learned of the primordial water's
upsetting.
existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life.
But why
to
only
cover
women?
his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria.
Hold on, while they talk, I'm gonna stealth for a moment.
And market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
Oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale, let's go!
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher.
There. The ticket is in. Oh, this is 4D cinema.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale,
Ooh.
Mr. Vacher is
dead.
Guilty.
Yup.
Guards, take Vacher away.
She was supposed to make that sound like a rhyme.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves! Huh? Are you okay?
Uh-oh. Why does the Oratrice ticket look like a Star Rail summon? It really does, yeah. Navia.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
Yeah. Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
What business?
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
He calls
Please
himself a side
respect
character.
the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
Ticket? Huh?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Tartaglia is guilty.
Oh!
What?
Hey, hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
It's like they have a big AI machine that's determining if someone's guilty or not. A child has been declared guilty by the Oratrice. Just what's going on here?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict. Guards, please take the suspect into custody.
Cardelis Onardala Dinardis Kimanik. Yes. Oh. Cutscene?
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke.
Oh?
You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Hey, he's doing his foul mood, dark transformation. Yes. Nice. I like it. His outfit got darker. Even better.
He's activating his spell legacy!
Oh.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Did he just slap him in the neck? And that's it? Just dirt. Don't worry. Damn!
Hey, Monsieur Novelette?
He got noveletted.
Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
If even the Chief Justice doesn't know, then we have no choice but to ask the Archon herself.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either! Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
Stop staring! Bibble!
She says she has no idea either? But that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me you thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement. And, of course, for every performance, there is a script.
Ilios' script?
Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment. If you thought Child
Voice
had
acting
nothing
real
to do
good.
with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable. All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Aye. Way to pull the rug out from under.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff, so he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right?
Yeah. Prison. Bye, Nivelette. Boost! Is it a shackling prison? Hey, Letty, hello! Oh. There's more dialogue. Stealthing again.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Stop.
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
I have a name.
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vache?
Uh-oh.
I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Yes. I met her.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it?
It was around the Fountain of Lucine. Something to do with my sensitivity to the hydro element.
The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Whoa. Bring ourselves at Fountain Plaza. Let's do it. The plot thickens. Well, if you can still hear the suspicious voices at this part if you stand near the fountain. It probably won't let me if I'm getting too close in this direction now, because it's gonna trigger the quest. Let me see, I'm not sure. I'm inside.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Back then, I drank water from the primordial sea. It heightened my sensitivity to the hydro element.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vache!
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache!
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vignier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Nothing else mattered to me.
I mean, that's kind of sweet, but he still kind of killed people, so that's a little messed up.
I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
Oh.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day.
What?
If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks.
Sheesh.
It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea.
So that's what it's like when you have anxiety. Endlessly circulating thoughts, they're like multiple becoming one.
I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine. The only one I am not is Vignier.
Why? But then, where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her. But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became? You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vignier's beloved.
Damn.
From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
It looks like I didn't meet Vignier back then either. They must have wanted to lure Marcel here from the very beginning.
No! Vignier! She can't hate me. Let me see her. Please, have mercy.
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Well,
Vache. Vache? Vache?
he kinda had it coming.
Vache. Vache. Drown.
Oh. Let's go. That was too fast. Several days later. Drown. It's raining.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Shopping is stressful in its own way, though. My legs are killing me.
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Sen. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Things turned out as well as they could have.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steambird?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula, she was all over me. Wouldn't take no for an answer. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness, Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Oh yeah.
Now that's another thing to look forward to. We trust Charlotte's skills with a pen for sure.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarand out for a meal.
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vachay's headquarters, Clarand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time, so we took the chance to reconcile with each other.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clarand wasn't actually a bad person. It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Can I come too?
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
Then in that case, everyone, let's be off. Considering the recent weather, we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
I wonder why that is.
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be. Isn't that Neuvillette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
They didn't see him like when they approached it.
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Neuvillette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callus proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day. Mr. Callus made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him.
A bit extreme.
From a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callis in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me of Silver, one of my guys.
My guy.
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done.
Following Navia and Neuvillette, you also pay your respects to Callis.
Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there?
Well, you're not usually supposed to fly around someone's grave. You're not? How come? No one ever said that.
Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly. Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too mad.
She took it seriously.
Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Hold up.
Paimon's really sorry, Navia, but Paimon did something pretty disrespectful just now.
What are you saying, Paimon? I don't think I get it.
Well, aren't you not supposed to fly around someone's grave?
Huh? Who told you that?
Hey, traveler! Why did you mess with Paimon again?
Ha ha ha! Such a prankster!
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
About water from the primordial sea.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
About the prophecy that has been circulating around Fontaine.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
That's right! It was Linny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Just don't answer, okay. Hey Shadowcrow, thank you very much for hanging out. About Child.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
Huh? But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Huh. So when Linny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. About my sibling.
Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler? I'm sorry, but I've never seen anyone who matches that description. If he ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure he followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epicles. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Man, no one ever knows anything about the sibling.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memoria.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right. You've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
This light rain falls without reason. Completed!
We've been walking around for a while now. Why don't place ready for us there, didn't she? Come on, let's go!
Should I go there right now? What? What do you mean? Because I did that quest, I can just
Letter from an informant.
grab the dailies? Huh?
Add Astro.
What was that about? Expeditions, sure. Claim it all, dispatch again. Dun 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 dun. But it was saying commissions. I have to I have to click this thing. Wait, I'm gonna use my mouse. I can't. Oh shit. Claim. Claim rewards.
Add Astro.
There we go.
Thank you for
That's how it works. Get some primes. Okay. Okay. Adventure rank 56. Hey, look at me, making progress. Beach pass level 0. Hell yeah. You know, part of me wishes they could just entirely streamline the systems in every game. So like all the things are the same spot. So instead of the bottom left, the time remaining is like at the top left and stuff like that. But I wouldn't mind, you know? It makes it so much easier if you play like multiple Hoyo games. Ooh. Wait, what else? Oh, Fontaine commissions. Yeah, not yet. Let's go back to Mondstadt. Because at least this way I know I can finish them if I have to. What? What happened? You want me to unlock something? Works like a charm. What? I can't unlock any? Wait, can I unlock him? Okay, I don't know. I'll just ignore it for now. I forgot how that worked. Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So many things right now, I'm overwhelmed. Should I make some polls? Because now we have finished As Light Rain Falls Without Reason, right? That's patch 4.2? Maybe? I don't know. Because I don't have the energy in me anymore tonight for more, but I think it's also a good cutting off point. Next week is Pixel Dragon Naruto. Oh, I like that. I like that. But shop. I can afford one. Man, they've got plenty more outfits. Right. Okay. Cool. Well, we've got some saved up. Yeah, I wanna have the Pixel Dragon. That one's cool. Hey, so far that story has been pretty intriguing. I mean, the court kind of things, like they're dragging a little bit for me, you know, but after that it picked up pretty well. It picked up pretty well. It makes sense because they're like, hey, it's all about justice, so this is like kind of like on hand what the best case could use to bring that point across. You're still the only one with a 5-star skin, and that's the one I've got. Yeah. That's right. Cool. Okay. Well. Hey, would you look at the message in the chat right there? You can totally play Honkai Star Rail. Use my link and my code. What's gonna happen in the next days? I'm gonna make a little sponsored thing for Star Rail. Yeah. But that is it for tonight. Not just with Genshin, but with the stream itself, because I definitely did not have enough sleep last night. It's only 2.5 hours stream. I know this sucks, but just losing concentration. Been a long day, and then working out was pretty tough too. Usually it's not hindering me this much, but you know. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, do join us on Discord. The link is right now in the chat. For you to join, that would be pretty damn cool. Tomorrow, I'll probably get started with some Monster Hunter, and then do some Genshin after that. Unless I do the Star Rail thing tomorrow. That might happen too, I don't know yet. I'll decide on the fly, okay? Either way, I'd like to start with Monster Hunter, and then we follow up with either Genshin, some Star Rail, or Nikkei. Then in the next days also, Elden Ring. I'm gonna make like a magical juggle of all of these games, alright? It's gonna happen. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna be excited, right? You're excited? I know you're excited. Okay. Well, thank you all very much for hanging out. You have a great rest of your day, morning or night. I hope to see you next time, and please be excited. Please look forward to it. Yeah. Go get enough sleep. I should probably do the same. It's already not happening. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Ciao.